Okay, there we go. Now I can see you. Parevna range faces.
Shortlaw, do genç pesek.
Shatlav, merci. Obviously, this conversation is going to be in English for our viewers, but I'm so happy to have you on here. And before diving in, I just want to introduce you to my community, and I'll do the same to yours. So Nare Dovlatyan, she is one of the people that are putting together, the co-organizer of this amazing event, Femino, which is going to be in Armenia at the end of the month on July 30th and 31st. And this event is actually going to be for women in tech, business, and innovation and science. So there's going to be this great event in that on that end, and actually I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers on that event as well. And for your audience that doesn't know me, my name is Dedeyan, and I'm a professional speaker and a peak performance coach. So let's dive into it. Nare, first and foremost, how's everything going? How are you enjoying your day so far?
I'm fantastic. We're in busy preparations for the upcoming conference. With one phrase, I can say like a busy bee.
Busy like a bee. I love that. And talk to us a bit about the conference in itself. I gave a small introduction. Tell us what it's about, who is it for, what's the target audience, what are the type of people that could potentially be there so the audience can know what they're looking forward to.
Well, Femino as the first and biggest women innovation conference in Armenia and in the whole region, I can say. Let's start with the name itself. Why Femino? It's a mixture of two words, female and innovation. Those are the core concepts of the conference. And so the conference is mainly for women in technology, business, and science. And I'd like to talk more about our audience. We expect to attend the conference, like we anticipate approximately 2,000 attendees. We've targeted both international and local audiences. And the first word that just comes to my mind when I start talking about the audience is the like diversity, and I'd like to talk about more the specific directions we have. We have keynotes like talks. Besides it, we have panel discussions. We also have workshops, master classes. We have recruitment fair zone where many diversity-friendly companies can show off, which is important in terms of visibility, to search for new female talents for their teams. Also, there are many parallel wow activities and surprises along the day. So that's as an introduction itself.
So, Nare, thank you very much for that introduction. You gave definitely a great understanding of what the conference is and what the people can expect from, like you said, keynote presentations to workshops to many surprises, and just great place to connect. But I want to kind of take the conversation in regards to why is it necessary to have a conference like this in regards to helping women to understand that, hey, there is possibilities to succeed in, I'm guessing, traditionally more male dominated fields. Is that something that you see, especially being in Armenia, which for people who don't know, Armenia is in the Caucasus area of the world, so it's in Eurasia, so a bit more, let's call it east of Turkey. So Turkey is a bigger country. Armenia is a bit smaller one, but definitely very powerful in its own regard. So that's the area. So my question is back to you. Why is it important to have something like this for the women in business?
Okay. I'd like to specify two different aspects. One is that girls and women sometimes start self-doubting themselves, and they sometimes underestimate their full potential. And we just want to empower them because they really need their empowerment sometimes, because of the gender stereotypes and societal norms, that there are some professions that are only for men and there are professions that are only for girls. We want to break that stereotypes and prove that females can, for example, be great astronomers or engineers. So we just want to uncover their full potential to make them believe in themselves. That's the one point. And from another side, there is an invisible barrier which we call a glass ceiling. It means that girls and women sometimes like can't they get promoted to a certain level and it stops. At a certain level, they can't go high and high in the hierarchy, in their leadership roles. And that's one thing we just really need to focus on, because we want to break that invisible glass ceiling, in fact. And there are many obstacles in the sector. I can just bring some examples to show what kind of problems we have and why we do this. A simple example is that women-led teams, it's harder for women-led teams to apply for venture capitals, for example, to grow their startups. Investors tend to fund more the so-called traditional male teams. And that's one of the reasons we also have a female founder startup competition in the conference. And another example is that for the same position, girls and women receive less wages than men, and that's something like abnormal, because we're talking about the same position. So there are many problems like this, and like we wanted to collect all of our expertise, our skills, and having years of experience as Girls in Tech Armenia. It was our utmost goal to organize such a big and truly international conference, to bring all of our network and community together in one place to celebrate female potential, to celebrate female talent, and like show the world that we can do everything we want, despite all of the stereotypes people have. And we wanna position Armenia on the world map as a new destination, as a new innovative hub where female talent and leadership is something valued and something important, and first and foremost is appreciated. That's one of the main reasons to organize the conference.
Okay, so Nare, first of all, thank you very much. You said so many great things that I want to unpack a couple of them. So first and foremost, in regards to you were saying in the beginning that it's empowering women, but to make them understand the kind of, hey, they could do this. That mindset, I think, is not just for women. I think it's everybody, because everybody has that self-doubt. Now, granted, you're 100% right in regards to there are invisible barriers, like you mentioned, that women have, that men do not. And I do believe as a society, we're working towards hopefully eradicating that. And like you said, if somebody's in the same position, woman or man, they should be getting the same pay. So I think by doing these conferences and having these conversations, I think we're going to be in a more even playing field. Furthermore, there definitely is a lot of advantages in any business or in any team to have a male perspective and a female perspective, and not only as your gender, but as an individual, you should be able to plane into your feminine energy or into your male energy, depending what the task in hand is. So I do believe that there's so many great things that these situations or these conferences can unlock and really get the society moving forward. Now, in regard to that, and you did mention Armenia, and you mentioned it to be like a hub, a future hub of technology, which I truly believe obviously is going to be that as well. And maybe I'm biased because I'm of obviously Armenian descent as well, diaspora, and actually people that take care of all my website are actually Armenians from Armenia. So I'm definitely seeing that movement. Now, my question to you is in regards to the aspect of the women development in the workforce in Armenia. Do you guys believe that you guys are potentially at the same level, a bit forward, or a bit more back than, let's say, North America, Canada, where I'm from, United States, and so on and so forth? Where do you guys see yourself in the world stage in regards to this evolution of understanding this equality within men and women in the business place?
Well, I got it. We're in a good position when we're talking about women representation in the tech sector. When we're looking at some statistics, we have approximately 40% representation of women in the tech sector. And compared to our neighboring countries, this stats is really promising. Mm-hmm. I guess, but these numbers is a bit general, to be honest, because it also includes like every female employee in the company, like marketing, administrative employees, etc. It doesn't reflect the full representation, but is somewhat shows. So I guess we like being in a good position. We wanted to take advantage of it, because the topic is hot in many countries, you know, and for example, Poland is famous for it. They have a conference called Perspective with Women in Tech, which is the biggest women innovation conference in Europe and Asia. And we also took part in that conference as well. So I guess the thing that we have the potential, we wanted to make it even bigger by positioning Armenia on the world map. And I totally agree with you when you say that this is not something to be worked on from only one point, because this mindset should be perceived by both men and female. So and that's one of the reasons that we just want to say that this is not something against men. The opposite. We want to just have that balance, and that's what we actually want. Men are like more than welcome to our conference, because without the help of men, we cannot what we want to achieve. And the so-called decision-making man, that's it.
So, okay, I love that perspective. I love the fact that you mentioned the big conference in Poland as well, and you guys, went there and you got some expertise with there, and as well as what is kind of happening in Armenia in regards to the job position. And I want to just highlight that a bit more, especially that lately what I heard, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, there's a lot of positions opening up in Armenia because there's a lot of these big companies that are leaving Russia with everything that's going on there, and they're looking at other countries to develop their expertise or their flagships or any type of business over there. And now by companies doing that, coming to Armenia and coming to neighboring countries around the Caucasus area, like we said, leaving from Russia, do you feel like the new companies that are coming in and hiring people, do you feel like they're more open to hiring anybody? It really doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl, just the most qualified for that position? Is that something that you're noticing latest changes of what's happening?
If I get it right, you want to know how we Armenians react to those that want to come here?
No, so sorry, let me rephrase that. So right now, I heard that there's a lot of companies that were initially in Russia that are leaving Russia and going to neighboring countries. One of the countries being Armenia. So there's more
Yeah.
jobs being opened up in Armenia. My question is, those companies that are coming into Armenia and offering jobs, are they looking at hiring process towards like the best candidate wins? Are you seeing that, hey, there's a lot of girls that are getting these positions as well, or is it still towards more men in that regard? How are you seeing the change with these new companies coming in, maybe with a different perspective, not with that like traditional perspective, maybe in a different way in that regards?
I guess there's no difference here. Girls and women are they are I guess they really tend to work in the companies, and we're more than welcome to work and to have partnerships with those companies. And we have like many relocated companies in our sponsor, like a partnership as partners as well. I guess when we're talking about first the companies, if the company has some diversity-friendly policies, it tends to hire more female talent and to grow their teams. And I can say that by organizing this conference and by partnering with those relocated companies, we wanted to show that there are great female like talents in Armenia, and they can hire them. I guess from our side, we want to work on this. And when we're talking about the relocated companies, if they have the diversity policies, that they tend to hire those female talents.
Nice. Okay, Nare, so my next question is in regards to you guys putting together this truly like well-structured and really big event. Like you said, that you guys are estimating to have over 2,000 people attend the event. You guys have over like 12 keynote speakers at this point, anywhere between politicians to inventors to entrepreneurs. And like you said, not only from Armenia, but from all around the world, from like Italy, Netherlands, you have one from Poland, a couple from Canada, as well as for me, United States, so on and so forth. So it's a very international conference in that regards. I want to ask you, what is the best thing or the most fun thing about putting an event like this, or the organizing side? So what is the funnest thing to organize an event like this? And what is the most difficult thing to organize an event like this? Because I'm sure you guys are kind of going through it as the days are trickling down, and in like, what is it, 12 days, if I'm not mistaken, the event's coming up, or actually, no, more than that, 15 days.
Counting down.
14 days, you guys counting down. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys are in the last stretch. So tell me about like, what is the most fun thing? What's the best thing about organizing an event like this? And what's the most difficult thing about organizing an event like this?
That's a pretty interesting question. The most exciting thing about organizing such a conference is first of all, being in this hot atmosphere, like talking to partners, our prominent speakers, building new connections, and like feeling the vibes from our network and community, truly feeling that people are waiting for this conference to finally take place. We get so many messages that we sometimes cannot even respond to them due to the high levels of messages, and like so the most exciting part is the vibe that we now have around the conference, and the thing that we really believe in the result we're going to have. We do believe that after this conference we'll see some changes, both in people's perspectives and in the general ecosystem. And the hardest part here is, I guess I can only mention the organizational part, because the conference is so big that we have so many stickers like on our walls, and every morning we're looking at those walls and try to track everything to have everything in order. And the hardest thing is like doing everything, like being on track and handling this organizational thing. That's it. But we really enjoy this because we believe that in a couple of days we're going to have something amazing.
I love what you alluded to. I truly believe as well, people's mindset are going to change, people's behaviors are going to change after this conference, and not only for the people that are attending, but for the vibrating effect or the pillar effect, or the really what's going to happen within Armenia and the other countries around it by putting great conferences like this. So I truly believe in that as well. So as we're coming up to time here, Nare, I have one last question for you, or kind of one opener for you to kind of do a pitch. Do you mind telling us some of the speakers that are going to be present at this event, and where can people go to sign up for this event if they're interested? And yeah, how can they get in touch with you in that regards, and who's the lineup of the speakers?
So if interested, you just can go to our website, femino.com, and there everything connected to the conference. We finally have our agenda available there. You just need to drop us a line. We have a contact form there, or just message to our email, and we'll definitely get back to you. And we have social media channels like everywhere you can, and just drop us a message and we'll definitely get back to you. And if you wanna grab your tickets, we have a ticket page where the tickets are on sale. And I'd like to also add that we have discounts for professionals, 30% discount. If you're a professional in technology, business, or science, we can definitely provide you with a discount.
Nice. So everything you mentioned will be in the show notes below. The website, obviously you guys are seeing their Instagram. You guys could probably DM them over there as well. And like you mentioned, on the website itself, the agenda is there, which is really cool. So you have an idea of what's going on with that. So Nare, thank you very much for taking the time. I do know that it's late in the evening in Armenia, so I do appreciate you staying up to have this great conversation, and looking forward to meeting you in person in exactly 15 days or so when I'm going to be coming down to Armenia as well for this amazing event.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was really a pleasure talking to you, and especially having you as one of the keynote speakers. We're really excited about it and looking forward to seeing you in person.
Thank you very much. Have a blessed day, everyone, and looking forward to meeting everybody in person in Armenia as well. Parior.
Bye-bye.